What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very different Best of 2020. So, you don't need me to tell you that this year has been pretty mental. So, we can't really say what our favourite content of the year because I'm pretty sure it would be the same.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Completely.
Because we're not Amy, we're not privileged. We've only been to one con this year, so we can't do that.
For what I've heard, though, that's lucky.
Yeah, you're very bloody lucky. So we've slightly shifted the formula, and this year we have 6 questions that we have created and we have also answered. But not only do you have our answers, we have asked a load of friends and fans of the channel what their answers are as well. So you're going to be hearing from a few of them and a few faces I'm sure you will recognise. So I guess we'll get straight on with the first question. Steve, what is the first question?
Okay, so question 1 was, have you got into any new series whilst in lockdown?
So, in lockdown, I got into an anime that is over 10 years old called Angel Beats, and I think it is the greatest gift to the anime community ever. I'm pretty sure no one's, ever heard about it, because I've talked to people about it, and they're always like, no, I've not heard of it, or I've not watched it, or whatever. I'm like, go watch it. It was fabulous. It's 12 episodes long, but my god, it was the most emotional thing I have watched in years.
Yes, the only series I've really got into was the Inuyasha sequel, Yashahime, Princess Half Demon, which has kind of rekindled my love for Inuyasha again. So that's probably the only one. I tried Food Wars, but that was a bit weird. So Yashahime is probably the only series I've really been into this year.
Yes, aside from the seasonal anime, which of course has been coming out, and I've been watching the occasional show, which has interested me, I've also binge-watched through the entirety of the Vikings series on Amazon. Mainly did that so I'd have a bit of understanding about the Viking era and general Norse mythology for when Assassin's Creed Valhalla released, because I knew a little bit, but not a huge amount.
Okay, well, I will say that Angel Beats is okay. I wouldn't say it's fabulous like Amy says.
Whoa,
However,
controversy.
I do have to agree that the emotional thing, I didn't think it, after I'd first watched it, that she was right about that. Only until my mum happened to be watching something with a very similar ending, I explained the ending of the show to her, and I completely broke down. I couldn't believe it. The more I talked about the ending of the show, I probably was crying. I can't actually remember. I was just breaking down emotionally. And I couldn't believe what had happened to me. I was
Steve.
like, what?
Only sad people cry at the ending of anime. Isn't that right, John?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Oh, dear. So what else have you watched any of the others, Steve?
No, I haven't watched Food Wars, but I know that it's wholesome Christian anime content, and I have no idea why Maria wouldn't enjoy watching it. It's wholesome content.
Right, that makes me very interested in what next is now. All right. And I know that Matt, you cut it out actually, Steve, but Matt actually had 2 answers because, sorry, Matt, we have to save time on our content. Anyway, so he's Vikings. Apparently, it's a really awesome show. I've not actually watched it myself. I've watched the very first episode. I've watched the pilot of Vikings, and that's it. I watched it with a mate of mine, and it was all right, to be fair. That's it. All right, good fights, isn't it? That's it, really.
No, all I'm going to say is that you watched it to better knowledge of Assassin's Creed, which is cool and all. But that actually, the Assassin's Creed takes place after it's set. It's just a little, or at least I think it does.
So basically, watched it for knowledge of Assassin's Creed, but it's in a different time period. All right.
Okay, so we've got everyone else's answers. Harry, Jordan, what are your 2 answers for this question?
Well, I've got into Danganronpa.
And I've got into JoJo.
But yeah, I got into Danganronpa about March time. It was just really good. played it. I played it basically straight after playing Ace Attorney, and it was really fantastic. Like, it was a great thing, and it was a great game. Like, the characters are just so well written, but I assume that we'll be in more detail about that soon.
Oh, I'm banned from talking about Kyoko, so apparently we're not allowed a 2-hour video. So
we're not. But yeah, and like one of the other big series I got into was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Obviously.
Do you? Yeah. But it was me, Jordan. I got into it about June time because it was around my exams. I just needed something to procrastinate with. I watched part 1, kind of watched it for all those really funny memes, and then it just really got me, and it was just a fantastic series, and it's one of the best things I've watched this year. What about Harry? What have you watched?
Well, yeah, like the joke, and like you, you may remember, ladies and gentlemen, that we did a JoJo video hosted by John, and in the said video, I turned around and said I would never watch it. Well, kind of lying. So, pretty much, long story short, Jordan, after watching it, would not shut up about it, to be honest, to the point where it did get a tiny bit annoying. But I thought to myself, you know what? I might actually give it a try. He talked so highly about it. Gave it a try. Yeah. And while part 1 was a little bit meh, it was just a really good series. Like it just, I don't really like anime that much, but to be fair, I just really like JoJo. I thought it was just an incredible series, to be honest. Really funny, memes aside, brilliant, good characters, everything like that. So yeah, but as you can probably also tell, I've also got into Danganronpa. I'll level. I don't even know why I started playing it. I just thought, you know what, screw it, let's just play it. Started playing it, stopped playing it for reasons I'm not going into. But they all whittle down to I'm a coward. Anyway, started playing it again, then just really got into it. It's freaking brilliant. I don't like it for what most of the fandom like it for, but it is just absolutely brilliant, and I would totally recommend it to literally anybody because it is a brilliant game. And there's a few more, but we have a time limit to our videos, so we can't. Only thing I will say is watch Cobra Kai on Netflix. Chef's kiss, good.
Season 3, 8th of January.
Yes. Let's just do a little bit of promotion right here. But before the promotion, Steve, what's your answer?
Right. So the thing I've got into is quite old now, but it was actually Futurama. I'd never got into watching it, and it was only until my mum got a free Amazon Prime trial thing, and I was looking through what was on there. I was like, all the Futuramas on there. One of the things that I'd known about but not seen. So now I've actually seen every single episode of Futurama, and I actually understand it. And I have to say that compared to a lot of other sci-fi shows, especially time travel ones, it does it better. I actually think there is episodes of Doctor Who that do time travel worse than Futurama did. It's like, come on.
That's brilliant. That's his dumb cartoon does it better than his actual show. Yeah. Question 2. What is it, Steve?
Okay, question 2. What is the one thing you miss from Comic-Cons?
It's the camaraderie more than anything, just seeing everyone again. I'm not going to lie, I've missed a lot of people this year, and hopefully soon we'll get to catch up again.
Well, seeing with friends for once, because it's been way too long since I've seen anyone in person, and also just radiating chaotic energy people, I smell bangers.
Meeting everybody. I miss all the interactions we had, all the fun, laughs, giggles, everything really. I just can't wait till they're back up.
So yeah, everyone basically said the same thing, which, to be honest, until I saw those answers, I was going to answer the same thing myself. Because it's the obvious answer that everyone's going to say. So what do you two think then? Is it something that you miss about Comic-Cons?
Well, I'll keep mine somewhat short because yet again, mine's obviously the same. It was the people because the people are obviously the main thing that you miss. It's nice and simply this. As you heard from the last question, got into quite a few new things this year. I am sick and tired of looking at these shelves and being like, "Where's the Danganronpa merch? Where's the JoJo merch?" And not having cons to go and buy said merch. It's doing my reading. Like, it's so annoying. It's to a point where I can't. That's the one thing I'm almost looking forward to, aside from meeting people. It's just nice and simply buying more shite to put on this, basically. Oh, I can't wait. What about you, John?
You make a very good point. Like, Japanese import tax is expensive.
Hey, you want a Kyoto statue? Yes, I do. How much is it? £350. No thanks. But it looks so good.
One day. But no, as well as, of course, obviously, like friends, because, again, I'd say it's almost a given. Yeah. I would also say just the feeling of being able to express yourself without in a way of getting judged. Yeah. Well, it's like this. I couldn't wear this outside now to watch the shops in. Well, I mean, I could, but I'd probably get
I was going to say.
But, like, it's just that feeling that you don't have to feel like you feel like there's a community out there, and that even though you might go to a con and not talk to anyone, you can almost feel like a sense of belonging in a way that you might not necessarily get anywhere else. Like, you might be able to just go up to a random stranger and have a conversation about a series you both like. If you did that on the street, they'd go, "What you on about?" and walk away.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, one thing I've always stood to is that cosplay is like the world's, like, the ultimate icebreaker, if you will. Like, if you're both cosplaying the same thing, that's immediately an in, if you know what I mean, to talk to people and get to know them. Yeah. It's brilliant. Anyway, Steve, what's your answer?
Yeah, well, I was going to say actually a very similar thing to Jordan, because obviously people was going to be my main one, but I thought I'll come up with something that isn't actually already been said.
Yeah.
And it was essentially, I put it down as not being me, as essentially like being able to just be someone else and relax. Because to me, a Comic-Con, even if it's for a day, it's like a really small holiday for me. Because it's somewhere I can go and relax and enjoy myself. And, like, it's weird because we've not had them for so long. It's weird because it's like used to having, like, little tiny holidays, and it's like nothing. So that's what I miss. I miss not being able to just relax almost.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And plus, you, like, normal you is a bit of a dick, so I quite like Comic-Con you anyway. Right, cool. All right, question try. What is it, Steve?
Okay, question 3. Aside from a con, what this year has given you that con feeling?
Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Sue me if you want to.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
I joined TikTok and I discovered the cosplay side of TikTok, which is an amazing community. I got to duet with other cosplayers, and they were the other side of the world.
But I say talking and hanging with my friends whenever I can.
To be honest, it's been difficult. I've been very lucky that I've worked through most of the lockdown, so I've been just sort of kept busy. But the biggest thing for that would probably be how much all of my friends have grown in their crafts. A lot of people have a bit more time. They've been able to push the boat out. They've been able to take on these big projects, and it's so really nice to see people are crafting and having, the passion to do that. So that's been really nice, and I'm excited that when conventions do restart and they are safe, to see the fruits of those labours.
Right, they were some great answers. One of them I'm slightly disappointed by. Won't say which one. We'll use that as a surprise tool later. So, so Steve, you always get me and John to start, so we'll let you start this time.
So, the thing that gave me a Comic-Con feeling this year was actually a really weird market stall that just seemed to randomly be in this farmer's market that legit looked like it just been teleported out the middle of a Comic-Con. It was really weird. And I obviously got something, because I always do. Where is it? There it is. It's like an Infinity Gauntlet, like, necklace thing.
All right, cool.
Yeah, just like, it was weird. It was just like this random stall just randomly appeared. It's just like, hey, here's a Comic-Con thing. And it's like, what? What's that doing here?
Yeah, that is pretty weird. What about you, John?
I would have to say, and I know this might sound a bit of a cliche answer, but I would say it has to be when we've gone on and played like Among Us as a group. A bit of hype for people usually go to cons with. Because as you say, with cons, a lot of the reason people have put down seeing people, because we don't talk to these people in every day's lives. So it's nice to just play with them again. It brings up conversations kind of like at cons. And to me, in general, it just makes you feel like you're basically there at the venue with them, in a way. But you're just kind of murdering each other because it's Among Us, so it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great fun to murder your friends.
Oh,
Yeah, mine's just a little bit different from both of yours. It's based nice and simply. So I've been on furlough for a while and just kind of been sitting around doing nothing. And then one day I just sort of checked my bank account and was like, oh dang, I got some monies. Let's buy some cosplays then. and yeah, so like I bought quite a few. Well, this is one of them. You can't see them on camera, but there's like quite a few down there. One down there, and there's one there. So yeah, and yeah, that just made me feel like cons never went away, because in a way, my cosplay buying habits and making stuff as well. I have a lot of stuff. Yeah, making stuff as well. Yeah. That hasn't really gone away for me. Like that's still kind of, for me, it still feels the same. Even though we've not been to a convention and not worn these outfits at a convention, I have hope that they're going to come back at some stage next year. So that'll be pretty great. And that's it, really. All right.
Right.
Question 4.
Right then. Question 4. What is your favourite video that came out this year?
Has to be two, actually. The video I did with yourselves with Talks Online, that was a great laugh and made that Saturday. And the first one of the Among Us footage we had from a couple of weeks ago, that was still quite hilarious, and I still don't know how I won that last game with me and Harry as the imposters.
It's a bit of a tie. It's between Comic-Con King, because that was ridiculous and funny, and you guys definitely need to do another one. And then I guess the other favourite, it would probably have to be Fighting Talk, just because that was a really cool video.
I'd probably have to say the Comic-Con King, the Tiger King parody. Burst out laughing so many times about it. It was a really funny watch, especially having watched it before watching Tiger King itself. So I didn't really know what was going on about it, and then I watched the actual series, and I was like, oh, okay, now I get it.
Jordan, we'll start with you. What was your favourite video from this year from our channel?
Our channel? I just thought you meant overall. Give me a second, I just have to change my answers.
Eventually.
Oh yeah, that's quite interesting that 2 people have said about the Comic-Con King. We definitely have to go back and do another one of those, because that was good fun last time.
It was, yeah, it really was. Which is ironic, because that's also one of my favourite videos of the year. So I actually kind of agree with most people here. I think, but for me, the thing that was funny about Comic-Con King was, or the reason why I liked it so much, was actually the making of it rather than the filming and everything like that. It was us like talking and collaborating and making this script and this story and basing it loosely off things that have actually happened. And very loosely, I'd like to stress, nothing actually happened in that show. But yeah, very loosely off things that have happened to us or things that we know have happened just in general. And I just really liked it. I thought it was really awesome that we could all come together and make this quality piece of content, basically. I thought it was just ace.
Yeah. And
the one I'm a tiny, only very tiny, not passively aggressively annoyed that nobody said was the 3-year anniversary Q&A. I love that video. I thought that was genuinely an awesome as hell video and was it did also amazingly well in views. So like, yeah, it was dope. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. What about you, Steve? What's your 3 favorites?
Well, my favourite one is in a similar way. It is quite similar to the 3-year anniversary, and it was quizzes, heights, fights, copyrights, and strikes. And I think the reason I enjoy that one so much, because I even rewatched it yesterday because I actually enjoy it that much, is that I think it's that the way we did it as well, it's that you can play along at home watching it. And I know for a fact that people aren't familiar with the channel will have no idea about the answers or anything. But I feel for that like small community, especially for us 3 that have been with it all this time, it's just quite more of an interesting quiz, because it's like, I wouldn't have expected that to be an answer. Or like when you're like, how you end up getting the right answers from different things that actually aren't right. So it's like you just happen to get it right for different reasons. I just enjoy it. I just
that
really
one where
like
it was
video.
like that one where it was like, you know, I can't remember exactly what it's called. The one where it was basically like how people have found the channel through searches.
Yeah.
And like certain keywords. That one got me so much because I was like, what the hell? Like, especially ones that related to videos that don't actually like have like tons of views and stuff like that. It was actually really surprising, to be honest.
Yeah, we're never going to expect Hannah Spirit to suddenly be like,
No.
I think it's number 3 or something.
Yes. What? That was baffling beyond words. That was so weird. So weird. Jordan, what about you?
I will say the usual like basic cry like emotional one of like every video is my favourite video when I make it.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Wrong.
But in all seriousness, one of my favourite ones is the first Among Us footage. Among Us ones, but like Andrew, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because in it, I feel that everyone gets a valued say in it in a way. Like everyone has really good jokes in it. I just love. Me and Harry edited parts of it together, didn't we?
Hey, yeah, we did because I'm lazy.
And it was just really fun to work on. Like it was one of my favourite videos that I like. The part of it I edited, and all of it in general. To be honest, I just really, when it all put together, and when the idea came to like start recording Among Us, I was a bit unsure of how it would go about on the channel and how it would do.
Yeah.
But when I watched it full, it was just a fantastic video, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's done pretty well as well, to be honest. So we might be doing more in the future. There happens to be a new map next year. Tantalizing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Tantalizing stuff. All right, question 5.
Question 5. What has been your favourite game you have played this year?
I've recently been playing Halo. It's an old game. I cosplay as Felix, and he is from Red vs. Blue, but it's set in Halo. And I love the Halo aesthetic, but I'd never played the game until last week.
I would probably say Far Cry 5 or Far Cry New Dawn, because they're both very good games. And PlayStation Horizon Zero Dawn as well, so between those 3, tough choice. But I'd probably say Far Cry 5, more lean towards that.
We played Red Dead at the beginning of it. Then we got out of Red Dead and started playing Minecraft. Then we got out of Minecraft and started playing a bit of GTA. Then we got out of GTA and started playing Elder Scrolls. And now we're back to playing, what are we playing now? Fortnite. We're playing Fortnite now.
Okay, well, to be honest, all the games that everyone's played is none of the ones I've ever played, so I don't actually know that much about any of them.
Yeah, we know. All I can say is, if you go down the list of the games that Rissa has played, you can really tell the timeline of lockdown because the games just get slowly worse as they go along, and so does everyone's mental state. So, you know, and it ends
God,
up.
I hate to think what she's going to be playing after Fortnite.
I can't think of anything worse at the moment.
FIFA.
Maybe Cyberpunk. I don't know.
Whoa.
All right, well, yeah, they are some good answers overall. Thanks for them answers. I happen to know some of mine copy over with someone who isn't in that video, so thanks for that, Steve. So we'll start with Jordan. What about you?
So the games I've played this year have been fantastic, and a lot of the ones on mine are very similar to Mr. Davidson's, who's probably next to me.
Yep, probably.
But I would say my favourite games have to be Persona 5 Royal, Danganronpa, and Ghost of Tsushima. Say our three just. What are that?
What?
What are that?
You... So they updated the Danganronpa soundboard this morning. Anyway. Anyway, that's enough. So why do you like those games, John?
Well, Persona 5 Royal was just absolutely phenomenal. Like, I would, if it is not my game of the year, it is marginally second. Because it is just, as you say, it's a game I'd already played with Persona 5, but they've added so much they've added an extra 20 hours content. That's like double the size of Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So but to then just play it and just recap, because a story never has the same impact twice, no matter if it's your favourite thing in the world or not. Like, you could rewatch the entirety of Rubin, it would not have the same impact that the first time you ever watched it did.
Yeah.
But to me, for Persona 5 Royal to recapture that, even though I knew most of what would happen in apart from the new stuff, to me was just incredible.
Yeah.
That they not only just added stuff on, this could have quite easily just been a simple re-release with a little bit tapped on it.
Yeah.
But the fact that they went so far and changed everything, to me, it's what every game company should strive to do if they ever re-release.
Yeah.
Like, it is beyond breathtaking. Is all I
No, you're breathtaking.
You're all breathtaking.
Like, honest, I would. If you haven't played, I'm sure it's on sale now. Go and play it. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah. Super.
Ghost of Tsushima again. It out Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like, it should have won Game of the Year in my opinion. But
yeah.
And I will leave Danganronpa for Mr. Davidson to talk about. But it is also a fantastic game.
Yeah, thanks, John. But before you get to me, we're going to go to Steve.
Okay, well, the game that I've only played a few games this year, and the one that really stuck out as like a game that I was like, oh wow, this is a really good game for a simple puzzle game, was called Hue. And essentially the idea is you're a kid that can control colour, and if you turn something the same colour as something else, you can't see it, and it's essentially not there. So it really makes you think about, like, changing your environment by changing the colour of your environment. And then a level may look one thing in one colour, but then you change it to another colour and it's completely different. It's a real puzzle game, but it was clever how they did it. And, like, I did like there was like voiceover in certain aspects of the game. So you didn't have to be reading like all the text, because it would be saying it to you as you was going along.
That honestly does sound pretty cool, not gonna lie. So yeah, now it's time for my 3-hour explanation on why Kyoko is the best character ever made. Anyway.
Yeah!
It's time for my dissertation on No, I'm joking, but yeah, so my best games are, like Jordan said, literally the exact same, right? Like Ghost of Tsushima. Chef's kiss good. Persona 5 Royal. I mean, it's there, right? Chef's kiss good. Like, it's just so brilliant for every reason Jordan said and more. But no, I want to give it to just Danganronpa as a whole, but no, I've got to give it purely to Trigger Happy Habit, because that one, it's weird for a franchise to hit especially gaming franchise, to hit the nail on the head in the very first game, right? It's rare for that to happen. But in this occasion, my God, Trigger Happy stands so superior to every other game in the franchise. It is unbelievable. And I'm not just saying that because Kyoko is the best character ever made.
Not the clock.
The clock doesn't prove it. I don't know what does it.
That's the only good kind of TikTok.
Oh, shots fired.
That's not the title. If that's not the title of the video, I don't know. But yeah, honestly, like, there are things that annoy me about like everything, but there always is. But just the way the writing is fantastic. The characters are fantastic. Even the one, because the whole premise is that you're basically stuck in a school, and the only way to air quote get out is to kill someone, basically get away with murder, right? So people die, right? And you will get attached to these characters. It happens. Everybody I've ever known who played the games for the first time has got attached to a character, and then said character has died, right? It's happened every single time across any one of the 3 games. But that's the beauty of it. Like, you get attached to these characters, and then they get killed, or they end up being a murderer themselves, and then they get found out, and stuff happens without any spoilers. And it's just beautifully made, and there's always like a background mystery as well, and it does a dope as hell job at writing the characters, the mysteries, the murders. Everything is just so well written. It's just a crying shame that the guy who made it is an asshole. But other than that, but yeah. Oh, did I mention that Kyoko Kirigiri is the best character ever made? Sorry.
No, you didn't, I'm afraid.
Sorry, everybody on the shelf, you're all amazing. But, you know. All right. So the final question, ladies and gentlemen, question 6. What is it, Steve?
Okay. Final question. Have you started or finished a cosplay project in lockdown?
Well, I have to say, I have done nothing this year. I had no motivation to do anything. So I've only done like 2 things this whole year. The only things I've done this year was I did this monstrosity. It's Nora's new skirt. It has tassels and shit on it, because if it wasn't me, if it wasn't me, it wouldn't be extravagant. So, but I started She-Ra in lockdown, at the very start of lockdown. I started She-Ra's Volume 5 outfit.
Final question. Projects have started or finished this year. As I said, I've been very busy in lockdown. I've been very lucky in that I've been keeping working from home. So I haven't been able to finish anything, but I did start Spirit Blossom Kindred at the beginning of this year. I picked up a lot of new skills in sewing. Sewing's one of my weakest points, and I sewed it all from scratch with the help of another one of my very good friends. But yeah, that's probably the only one I've really started. I'm hoping to get it finished sort of over the Christmas break, maybe.
I started at the start of the year, Rayla from the Dragon Prince. I managed to make the horns, style the wig, and the basic outfit. But as lockdown happened and everything with COVID, and there was just no cons, no motivation to do it, no deadline, I eventually stopped. I've made a little bit of progress. I've made the jacket, but I've not really done too much.
So I finished my Maria Calavera cosplay this year. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I was very worried that it wasn't going to turn out okay, but I think it did. And I have also been working on the Relic of Knowledge, so that one's still in the making, and I'm delaying finishing it because I can't be bothered, but I don't have a rush for a con. So yeah, I've been working on that, and I've been really enjoying it.
Well, interesting that Hannah's making another relic. It's not a floppy destruction, but oh well.
What a shame. It's not good if it's not floppy destruction. And are any of us actually surprised that Amy's making another Nora outfit? I don't think we should be. Like,
No.
It would be Amy if it wasn't Nora, so,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, it's literally the name of her Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. So, Jordan, what other cosplays is Hannah doing that she's not telling us about?
I'm scared of being murdered if I say any more.
Shame. What about you then? Surely you can tell us what stuff you've been working on.
Let's just say that, just like what you said earlier, it turns out I had a lot of student finance left over. So I have on knowledge of about 6 different cosplays that I've got ready.
Oh my god.
Like I've got
Go on,
three JoJo cosplays.
Yeah. What are they?
I've got Noriaki Kakyoin,
Mhm.
obviously Dio, and
Yeah.
Josuke from Part 4. I've got a Danganronpa V3 character with Shuichi. So I
Cool.
wanted to be a detective too.
Yeah. You're too
Just
late
they're
for
not as
that.
good.
You're too late for that. Guy.
I've got Yusuke from Persona 5. That's basically ready to go. And I've got Ren from Volume 7. Or Volume 7 and 8. So that's ready to go. So please don't die in Volume 8, Ren.
Oh man. This is coming out after I react, isn't it? Oh, good. That means we can talk about the. Oh, yeah. He's quickly becoming a really good character, so I don't blame you for that, to be fair.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
His new semblance.
It's not new, it's the same one,
Well,
it's just better.
evolved.
Zawurad! Sorry.
Oh, that's my
The world above.
The world!
Alright, enough JoJo references. Although, speaking of JoJo references, I have two. So, well, I have more than two, but, well, I've got 5, to be fair, so 1 less than Jordan. 'Cause like him, I just got bored and decided to buy/make a load of stuff. So I'm totally not getting one of these for Christmas, but I've got Joseph Joestar from Part 3, so old Joseph Joestar, because he's just amazing.
Yeah.
I'm hopefully going to try and do something with Hermit Purple there as well. So like, try and like, I don't know. I'm going to make something. I'm going to make some kind of like Vine stuff that's going to hopefully look cool.
Oh yeah.
Maybe even light up if everything goes well. But I'll leave that.
You just need a Piranha Plant puppet.
Piranha Plant Purple in it, mate. Like, oh dear me. Yeah, and I'm totally not getting this for Christmas, but Bruno Bucciarati from Part 5 of JoJo. You can't beat everyone's favourite MILF, anyway. I love Instagram memes, is all I'm saying.
The funny thing is, I now know who you're on about.
Oh, good, good.
How do you know who you're on about?
And the ones that are air quote finished, also known as ones that I've actually bought and aren't just ideas on paper and have things in planned for, is quite obviously Kyoko Kirigiri. I've got this one from Trigger Happy Havoc. I'm not getting changed into it because that'll take forever. I've also got the one from Danganronpa 3 down there as well. Just need to do a little bit on that and all.
Yeah.
So technically that's 2, but I'll count it as 1 to sound special. Also from Danganronpa V3, Tenko Chabashira, because you can't beat being a good degenerate male. Also, it gives me an excuse to floor people if they touch me, so I can't argue with that. And then from Persona 5, or Persona 5 Royal to be more precise, Kasumi Yoshizawa. That is the only one that I have 100% finished at the moment.
All right, yeah.
Not long ago, actually finished the wig. And I've also made the sword and the sheath and like the little pendant that goes on the belt as well. And also somehow found a way to not look ridiculous in a leotard. So I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, other than that, that's everything from me. So Steve, go ahead.
So I've obviously done the same as you. I bought quite a lot, but there's an entire video about that. But obviously the only one I've actually started that I haven't even finished properly yet is Ozma from whatever episode that was from.
6, Chapter 3.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. And I just started it like at the start of lockdown, and then the more I'm just like, I just can't be bothered to do it, mainly because it's tricky. Because I'm not good at painting. Turns out I'm not good at painting. I'm really not good at painting. But yeah, and yeah, that's the only things that I've made for human cosplay anyway.
Wait, what? Say what now, boy?
Foreshadowing.
Whoa, do we have Y Part 2 in the works? What? All right, and that is the end. Thank you so much to everybody who helped us make this video.
Yeah.
All your answers were amazing. Sorry we couldn't show all of them, but we can't have another video.
No, we can't.
Well, all of them were awesome. Major credit to Matt and Amy for making me absolutely piss myself laughing with your answers. So thanks for that. Yeah, and just overall, it's been a different kind of year, but hopefully next year will be so much better. But anyway, in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, drop a like.
Leave a comment.
Subscribe's always appreciated.
And don't forget to ring the notification bell to hear about our latest videos.
I'll say something too.
And have a great Christmas and New Year. We will definitely see you in it. Have a few more videos planned this year, not many.
Yeah.
We've got the Ruby React at the weekend, and we have a brilliant episode. Go watch it. And we have the what's to come in 2021, and then that's it for the year.
Yeah.
So we're going to go film that right now, as soon as me and Jordan get changed. I'm sick of wearing a skirt. It's doing my head in already. All right. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.